Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a new law that punishes sanctuary cities. Now, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is preemptively suing the city of Austin to enforce that law. The Attorney General joins us now. Ken Paxton, thank you very much for being here. What prompted you to file this lawsuit?
Well, we didn't want a bunch of lawsuits all over the state. We didn't want to have to prolong this. We're very confident of our position, and so we wanted to move it forward and get going. So we're ready to go.
All right, what exactly, though, I mean, are you considering here? I think a lot of legal folks said that you would obviously see immediate action, lawsuits, and so forth, and there would be comparisons to Arizona's law, which parts of it were struck down by the Supreme Court. Is this just sort of getting in front of that?
Absolutely. You know, the Arizona law, the part that wasn't struck down was a part that is similar to what Texas law is, and so we're merely modeling that. Ours is actually a little less restrictive, and so that's one of the reasons we're very confident in this law, because this law doesn't require that law enforcement ask about immigration status. It merely allows them to do it if they need to. So we're confident, given that the Supreme Court's already reviewed this for Arizona, that we're going to be successful on this.
The ACLU and others are painting Texas now as a dangerous place for certain people, including immigrants. Of course, they never say illegal immigrants, just immigrants in general, and asking people to avoid the great state of Texas.
Well, it is going to be more challenging if you're breaking the law, but you know, there's a history here. We have data that shows that illegal immigrants that have been here have committed crimes over the last 5 years. The Department of Public Safety came out with a study that went for 5 years. It showed about 220,000 illegals that were booked for different crimes, almost 1,200 homicides, 69,000 violent crimes. The list goes on. So this is a real issue for us in Texas, and that's part of, I think, the reason that the legislature wanted to make sure they got something done this session.
One more thing, Ken. I want you to take a look at this. The number of illegal immigrants crossing the border now down 76% since President Trump was elected. Overall apprehensions by Border Patrol dropped to just 11,129 in April. That's the smallest number seen in decades, so could it get even lower than that?
Absolutely, and I think there's a reason for that. One is Donald Trump is sending a message that we're not going to allow this to continue, and two, he's allowing the border agents actually to do their job. I've talked to border agents over the last couple months, and they're very excited because they're actually able to do their jobs. And over the last 8 years, they were not functioning the way they're supposed to be. So I think that's why you're seeing the numbers come down.
Ken, I read this morning where Mexico last year was the second most dangerous place in the world, right after Syria. And it was really compelling because all of the other names on the list, you have full-fledged wars with airplanes, machine guns. I mean, the drug lords have wreaked so much havoc. 23,000 people were killed as a result of that. Is that the sort of fear that you have right on the border that spills into your state? Absolutely.
Those are the statistics I was just citing. That's the study that DPS came out shows that we do have a problem. And if you go to El Paso, several years ago, they put up a fence where El Paso and Juarez are right next to each other. Juarez is obviously a very dangerous place. El Paso had a lot of crime. They put up a fence, and that fence has made a difference. El Paso is now one of the safest cities in America, and it's because they took proactive action to put up basically a fence to stop the cartels from coming into to our state.
Attorney General Ken Paxton, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Hey, have a great day. Thank you.
You too.